Good morning, dear students. We are studying about the functions of the commercial banks, and the first two functions we have already studied in the previous class, that is the accepting of deposits and lending of funds. The next facility that we have to study is called as the check facility. Okay. So banks renders very important service to the customers by collecting their checks drawn on other banks. So this is a very good facility that the bank is providing, that banks are collecting the checks of the even other banks also. The check is the most developed credit instrument, a unique feature of function and function of banks for the withdrawal of deposits. It is the most convenient and inexpensive medium of exchange. So this is a very convenient way of transferring funds from one person to another, and even we can take the money of the other banks. Okay, so we can see, like, if you are having an account in other banks, then that check also can be deposited in our own banks. So there are two types of checks mainly: bearer checks, which are encashable immediately at bank counters, and closed checks, which are to be deposited only in the pay's account. So the checks, there are of two types of checks are there. That is called as, the first one is called as the bearer check. So the check which you are writing. So when you are writing a check to somebody, then you have to specify the name of the person whom you are going to hand over this check. Okay, in his name. So, or in whose name you are going to give the check. See, for example, if I am giving a check to a person, maybe like Amit. Okay, so I am giving a check to Amit, so I have to write the name of Amit. And one who is, and not only Amit, means that Amit can go and when he is having the check, or if he is sending somebody else, authorized person, so then they can get the cash, and they can get the cash in their hand itself. Like if I write a check on the name of Amit, so Amit can get cash from the bank by using this check. Okay. Another check is called as the crossed check. Okay, so the cross check or account payee check is there. So this check means that we after writing the check, other check is the plain check, and this check is that we are writing the name of, like if I am writing the name of Amit and put a cross on that, on the corner there will be two lines, crossed lines we put, and in between that we will be writing that account payee only. Okay, so even if we have not written that, but normally when the account payee check, crossed check, when we are making, we have to cross it and write account payee there, or you have to just put two lines. So if we are making two lines on the corner, it means that it is a crossed check, and the crossed check can be withdrawn only at the account of the person. See, like if Amit, if I am giving this check to Amit, Amit should have an account in this bank, and even means it is whatever maybe which bank he is having, in that bank he has to go and submit this check, and the money will be transferred. We will not be receiving money in the form of cash, but the amount will be deducted in credited in the account of this person concerned. Okay, if I am writing a check to Amit, the money will be coming into the account of Amit, not as a cash. Okay, that is called as crossed check. The next feature that we have to study, next facility is provided by, or next function of bank is called as the remittance of funds. Another certain function of commercial banks is of providing the facility of fund transfer from one place to another on the account of the interconnectivity of branches. So we can transfer money. So the transferring of money from one person to another. This is another facility provided by the bank. So if I have to transfer money to any other person, then I can use it with that. It is not necessary that I have to take the money from the bank and hand over the money to the other person. It is not necessary. It is becoming very much easier that we can transfer the money with the help of the bank. And earlier it was there that we have to go to the bank and submit an application and transfer. We have to submit a check, and there is also a form for transferring. Fund transfer form was there. So such a way it was transferred. But now it is even become very much very much easy. Just like sending a message, we can send money by using like a Google Pay or Phone Pay, and such type of apps are also there. So we can transfer the money from one person to another. And the bank is also having like a mobile banking, internet banking, such type of facilities are there. So we can, if you have the account number of any person, we can transfer the money to another person. If we just by having account number, we can transfer the money to another person. If it is of same bank, and if it is of another bank, then we can have the IFSC code. One code is there that also is required. With that we can transfer the money to another person. So it is very much easy that we can transfer the money to another person, and this facility is provided by the bank. If all this, like even though we know that this Google Pay or this type of apps are there, but they are connected with the bank, and with the help of the bank they are doing these transactions. Okay, the transfer of fund is administered by using bank draft, pay order, or mail transfer. So there earlier these methods were used earlier. Now these type of methods are not very commonly used. It is also used, but not very common. We are using the net banking transfer or Google Pay, or this type of apps are there. So this will become more easier. Or otherwise, if your big funds are to be transferred, then we can use the help of the bank draft. So mostly like if you are paying the college fees or school fees and so on, you can make it as a draft. So there is a draft. If you have to give an application in the bank for making a draft. So that draft, and you have to whom you have to see, like if you are to pay the school fees in the form of a draft, you can make a draft in the name of Little Flower School, where the account is there. In Little Flower School's account is in the name of Little Flower School, so you have to write the name of Little Flower School there, and how much money you have to transfer. Imagine if you are to transfer 5,000 rupees, and you can make a draft of 5,000 rupees, and this can be submitted in the school. So when the school officials, when they submit this draft in the bank, then that money will be transferred to the account of the Little Flower School account. So from your account it will be transferred to your to the account of Little Flower School. Such a way the fund transfer is possible. Okay, that is called the draft. Or another ways are there, like a pay order or a mail transfer. So these are also used for transferring the money on nominal commission charges. So and for making these things, there are very less amount. There are still like little bit money we have to pay as a commission. Some charges are there and that is also depending on the money that we are transferring. Like if you are transferring an amount more than 10,000 or less than 10,000, some money will be there, and more than 10,000 or up to 1 lakh and more than 1 lakh. Okay, so like that there are different type of categories are there, and according to that we have to pay a very meager amount of money we have to pay as a commission to the banks. The bank issues a draft for the amount on its own branches at other places or other banks at those places. The payee can present the draft on the drawee bank at his place and collect the amount. So we can see, like you can send the money also. See, for example, if I have to send some money to Kerala, then I can send it. I can make a draft and send it to. Now we are using online transfer, but earlier we can make it as a this one like a draft, and we can send this draft through mail, and they will be receiving this one, and they can submit it in the bank and get the money. So that way earlier people used to send the money, but now people are using online transfer methods only. This is another function. There is one more function that is called as the allied services. Okay. In addition to the above functions, banks also provide allied services such as bill payments, locker facilities, underwriting services. They also perform other services like buying and selling of shares and debentures on instructions, and other personal services like payment of insurance premium, collecting of dividend, etc. So there are some allied services, some additional services also is provided by the bank. The bank is providing some like a bill payment, locker facility, underwriting services all these are there. So like if you want to pay the bills, then the bank will pay the bill for you, and you can set the bank account, and from the bank account automatically the like electricity bill or anything like that, we can pay the bills like that. So or bills payable like that option is there, so we can make use of that. And locker facilities, so like if you have some ornaments or any gold items or any precious things that we have to store, and we don't have facility to store in our house, then we can keep it in the bank locker, and we have to pay a small rent for that. And first we have to book a locker, and after that we have to keep the things, any documents or anything, any important things which you cannot store in your house, but which is very precious things are there, so we can take the help of the bank locker. And buying and the selling of shares and debentures, so we can also with the help of the bank we can buy or sell the shares. Okay, shares and all are there. So we know for doing, see, like we have to make another account called a demat account. So when you have to make money transactions with the help of the bank, we have to make a demat account and transfer the money to the demat account. How much money you want to transact, means purchase shares and so on. You can purchase shares or debentures or any kind of things like that, and you can use the help of the bank for that. Then there are some other services like insurance premium, collection of dividends, etc. Like paying of your insurance premium, you can set your bank as a payment of insurance premium, or like collecting of dividends, like you just give the bank account, or like means like salary or any other type of benefits that we are getting, that also will be directly coming to our bank. So these type of facilities are there. Nowadays there are so many other additional facilities like you can swiping cards are there, or like purchasing of things, or bank is providing like this Google Pay or Phone Pay or such type of apps are there. These are also kind of additional service that the banks are providing. Okay, so there are so many functions of the bank. Main function of bank is that the collecting of funds, accepting of the funds, and lending of funds. So this accepting deposits from the customers and lending the money to the customers, and the other services are the additional services. So these are the functions of the commercial banks. Okay, thank you so much.